So, Reuters again, and the Financial Times and St James's Place and a few other places are reporting that Reeves is looking to lower the tax-free limit for cash ISAs to push savers into equities. Now, do you think that's something she should turn back on, or something that she needs to push ahead with?
Got to say, you got to turn back on it. It's a problem. It's already been highlighted by the banks. The issue you have is that money is a real thing. You know, it has to come from somewhere. So you've basically got the banks turning around and saying, well, if we don't get any savings and any deposit money coming into our bank, how are we going to lend any money? Because that's what banks do. If you've got no money coming in, then how can you do it? You've got to have cash in your, if you're a building society, you have to have cash in the pot to then be able to lend it on to somebody to enable people to buy property. So if you do that, you completely stall the housing market.
And so there's a lot of speculation around kind of the numbers behind it, but the one that's most commonly being thrown around is maybe reducing the cash ISA limit from 20,000 to potentially 10,000, or even some people are saying it could come down to 4,000 in line with a lifetime ISA.
Yeah. It's just going to make your returns on cash deposits significantly worse, because you're losing your tax-free threshold. So of course all that money that's sitting on deposit will then start to be taxed at your income tax band. So if you're lucky enough to be a high rate taxpayer, you might think you're getting a sort of a 3% return, but in reality you're getting about 1.5% or just over 1.5%, because you're getting taxed at 40% or possibly even 45%. So
I think also on the other end of the scale, that things like cash ISAs are predominantly used a lot by people saving for first-time houses. Yeah,
that's very true. It's just one more mechanism to help people to save. Obviously, there's alternatives. We're talking about cash ISAs. There are, equity, stocks and shares type ISAs, which are asset-backed. So that's clearly an option to be able to build up funds. But that's not for everybody.
No, and that kind of seems like what they want to push people towards is saying, yes, you can have a cash ISA, but you can limit the amount you can put into it. But you can still put the rest of your allowance into a stocks and shares ISA.
Absolutely.
And that's why might, for those who don't know, what's the difference between a stocks and shares and a cash ISA, mainly?